from somewhere in New Zealand. It's the Dave Benson Show with your host, Dave.
Hello everyone out there, hello everyone out here. Welcome back everyone. Welcome back to the Dave Benson Show, the #1 independent talk show on the whole rock, the spinning rock, and the only show where you can arrive here by accident. And I'm still going to take credit for it. Now imagine this. You're holding a playing card next to your chest. Your next door neighbor closes their eyes to guess the number while dangling upside down from a tank over a pit of snarling crocodiles. Can crocodiles actually snarl, Tom? I don't think they can. Good one, Tom. Well put in. All right, so you're dangling there, the snarling crocodiles, your neighbor is screaming, the crocodiles are confused, and then you calmly press the third button from the left on your phone and boom, you're watching the Dave Benson Show, because that's how magic works around here. One part mystery, one part danger, and one part Tom saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. So buckle up, winter wanderers, grab a drink, make sure no reptiles are snarling in your general direction, and answer the one question on everyone's lips. Has Bono finally found what he's looking for? I mean, honestly, it's been decades. The man has treasure hunt money. Just buy it, Bono. Just buy it. All right, let's kick into the monologue.
It's the monologue.
Starting off in Amsterdam. So scientists have discovered that kissing didn't start with humans. Not at all. It began 20 million years ago with ancient apes. Apparently, our distant primate ancestors were smooching each other for bonding and comfort, which is kind of adorable, until you realize somewhere along the evolutionary line, someone said, yeah, let's keep doing that, but with tongues. Humanity is always consistent in our bad decisions since day one. In Japan, we've talked about their bear problem before, but now there's a solution. Yes, that's right. Japan has a bear problem in rural regions. So naturally, the government rolled out a giant pink robot dog drone with googly eyes and a megaphone that barks like a Yorkshire Terrier. Because when nature threatens you with a 300-kilogram bear, the logical solution is a Power Rangers villain on batteries. Look at this. This thing looks like Hello Kitty joined the SWAT team. And you know the crazy part? It works. Bears took one look at that and immediately reconsidered their life choices. In Oregon, hundreds gathered for the annual pumpkin regatta, where fully grown adults hollow out 900-pound pumpkins and paddle them across a lake like demented Cinderella escape pods. It's the only event where you can sink, win, and become soup all at once. There's something beautiful about it. Humans refusing to evolve, choosing instead to race vegetables. Some people run marathons, some people build businesses, and some people, yes, some people climb into giant pumpkins and hope it floats. Russia's proudly unveiled its first humanoid AI robot at a big tech event. Cameras flashing, executives smiling, the robot walked out, gave a wave, and immediately face planted so hard, nearly rebooting itself. Two engineers sprinted on stage like they were tackling a streaker at the World Cup. It's reassuring to know that even advanced AI still has the grace of a baby giraffe on roller skates. A photographer in Seattle captured a dramatic moment when a seal fleeing a pack of orcas leapt clean out of the water and onto his boat. Now imagine this. You're doing your job and suddenly a fully grown seal appears like, hi, I'm with you now. The orcas tried to wave wash the boat, rocking it from left to right to try and get that seal off. Meanwhile, the seal is sitting there like a stressed out commuter who just missed the train. After 15 minutes, the orcas gave up and left. Seal 1, Ocean Murder Squad, 0. A Swedish father broke a world record by fitting 81 lit matches into his nostrils. Why, you might ask? Why? Well, that's simple. Because his children told him to. I love this. This is parenting in 2025. No bedtime stories, no nature walks, just dad setting his face on fire to impress an 8-year-old. The previous record was 68 matches, so he didn't just beat it, he torch slammed it. Oh, Tom, that's one of the worst jokes we've done yet. In Melbourne, 374 bagpipers gathered in full kits to perform AC/DC's It's a Long Way to the Top. A wall of bagpipes, a tsunami of noise. If you lived within a 3-kilometer radius, you've now got permanent tinnitus in the shape of a lightning bolt. Even AC/DC probably heard it from another country. The Royal London Mint unveiled a £2 coin featuring Freddie Mercury, making him the first British rock singer, literally, to be on some money. Some collectors are thrilled. Some say the coin is too small to capture the greatness. Personally, I think if you flick the coin, it should hit a high enough note. A Paris theatre premiered a comedy completely written by AI trained on Molière's works. And the shocking twist? It was actually good. The audience laughed and applauded and probably questioned whether their English literature degree was now actually relevant. So, now we've officially reached the point where even robots are writing better comedy than half the Netflix specials. We know they're better than us, Tom. We do. In classic Florida fashion, a man stole a forklift, scooped up an entire ATM and drove off at, wait for it, 8 miles per hour. Not running, not sprinting, just peacefully cruising through the streets with a bank machine held high like Simba in The Lion King. Police didn't chase. They literally casually walked up and just caught him. It's the most Florida thing since someone tried to deep fry sunscreen. All right, let's kick into the YouTube news. So YouTube has quietly rolled out in-app messaging again, allowing you to send videos directly to your friends without leaving the app. Because what we needed was another platform where people can absolutely ignore our messages. Some creators love it, some creators hate it. And Gen Z will use it exclusively to send cat videos at 3 a.m. in the morning. And if you didn't know this, did you know this, Tom? I didn't know this. The word of the year is parasocial, describing those one-sided relationships people will form with online creators, which means the dictionary is now subtweeting everyone who thinks Mr. Beast would recognize them in public. A proud moment for the internet, truly. We did this, guys. We made emotionally questionable connections mainstream. YouTube announced that Shorts now earn more ad revenue per hour watched than traditional long-form videos. This means creators are sprinting to produce content shorter than my patience when Tom speaks. Entire careers are now built on clips that end before they begin. Some shorts are so quick, you need to replay them just to process what the title is. YouTube is now streaming directly to Delta Airlines seatback screens. So if you were hoping for peace while flying through the air, tough luck. Now you can watch Mark Robber explain physics whilst turbulence explains your mortality. Even better, they offer a free trial of premium mid-flight. Imagine paying for Wi-Fi just to skip the ads on a plane where the only other entertainment is a documentary from 2008. And speaking of Mark Robber, he's recreated the infamous Alcatraz escape using DIY engineering, proving once again that he's one paper cut away from becoming a supervillain. He broke out of a historically escape-proof prison using items that most of us have in our kitchen drawer. If he ever turns evil, he won't break into the bank. He'll simply explain to the vault why it's opening incorrectly, and it's going to apologize to him. Derek Muller, aka Veritisium, launched a new board game where you bid on how confident you are that you actually know science. Finally, a game designed for people who start sentences with, well, actually, it's the academic version of poker, except instead of money, you're gambling your dignity. Perfect for families who enjoy laughing at each other. And finally, Eddie Hall announced in the most Eddie Hall way possible that he could have lifted more than 500 kilograms in the world record deadlift, which honestly, I believe. Then he revealed that he turned down WWE because the travel schedule looked like hell on earth for a dad. Translation: I can lift a car, but don't ask me to sit on a plane next to someone who eats loudly. He once also admitted that he snuck into a wrestling ring to surprise his son. Peak dad behavior. Time for the podcasts. So Alex Cooper dropped another explosive interview this week, and the internet did what it always does. Clipped it, dissected it, misquoted it, and then yelled about it on TikTok. She has perfected the art of the tell me your darkest secret so I can monetize it. Respectfully, genre. Whatever she's doing, it works. Stephen Bartlett celebrated 500 million downloads, which is more people than I could talk to without losing my voice, sanity, or will to live. And to mark the occasion, he interviewed a Fortune 500 CEO who probably meditates on top of a waterfall before breakfast. Bartlett has turned self-improvement into a premium content. If he releases a scented candle, I'm going to be buying it. Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes are taking their podcast back on tour. Imagine paying to watch three men talk in person. To be fair, they are hilarious, and they've reached the point where their behind-the-scenes banter has its own behind-the-scenes banter. Next, it's official. If you've ever held a sports ball professionally, you now have a podcast. Shaq revamped his show, the Kelsey brothers dropped a post-SNL reaction episode, and Simone Bills announced a mental health series. At this rate, even the referees will start a podcast. Welcome back to episode 3 of I'd Like to Explain That Call. A small independent show called Crypto Creeps went viral, covering a bizarre story about a missing Bitcoin billionaire. It's the perfect mix of mystery, digital money, and poor decision making. True crime fans are obsessed. Crypto brothers are swearing. Hollywood stars teamed up for a scripted thriller podcast that sounds like a movie, acts like a movie, and may actually be a movie in disguise. Podcasts have officially reached the point where you need a table read and a trailer to keep up. Apple added new subscription features where you can finally pay money to avoid hearing "this episode is sponsored by mattresses" and somehow know your sleep personality. I don't know what that means either, but someone's paying $4.99 a month to skip it. When are we going to get a new sponsor, Tom? We haven't had a new sponsor in ages. We need to start pretending that we've got a top sponsor, and then we'll see what happens. You like it? Amazon's Wondery acquired another huge podcast to add to their ever-growing audio empire. If they collect any more, they're going to need a Pokeball. A guest spilled coffee on Joe Rogan mid-show, and the clip went everywhere. It's strangely comforting to know that even the biggest podcaster on earth isn't safe from beverage-based disasters. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the week. Pumpkin boats, robot bears, seals hitchhiking boat rides, AI face planting, Eddie Hall refusing to travel, podcasters dominating the world, and Bono, well, he still hasn't found what he's looking for. But you lucky duckies have. You found this show, and trust me, today's guest is going to blow you away. Tom, let's roll the titles.
I said I want to see the Dave Benson Show.